St. Paul Wildcats. My name is Sam Stecker, and I got to visit your school today as I'm recording this. Total side note, completely off topic, but I feel like I have to mention it. So I can see on the video that right there, you see that little mark? So, used a rental car today. And I drive this little tiny Volkswagen Jetta, and the rental car company set me up in this big honking Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I wasn't used to it. And normally, that manifests itself in how you drive. For me, it was how I got in and out of the car, because when I pulled up to your parking lot to go visit Alex, I realized I left my phone in the car, and I reached back in to get it, and I bonked my head on the door, and I've got a nice little bruise right there. By the way, I'm doing a keynote of the Nebraska MTSS Summit tomorrow. I'm wondering how big that bruise is going to look by tomorrow on stage. Anyway, you guys didn't need to know any of that, but now you do. So again, my name is Sam Stecker, and why did I visit St. Paul Public Schools today? Because Alex reached out to me because you guys do Mission Monday, and I'm a half of Mission Monday, for lack of a better term. My buddy Mark Johnson and I wrote the book, It Happens in the Hallway, and the book MissionMonday.com. And I'm the guy who posts all the videos every week and does the podcast that lets everybody know, hey, here's what a great mission is, so that you can engage with your school community stakeholders and increase the level of kindness, take the random out of random acts of kindness. And I had an absolute blast. You guys are doing so well with it. Your students, I really believe in any school, are the most honest reflection of what your culture and climate is like. And I could have hung out all day with the elementary kiddos that I got to chill with for just a tiny bit. So Alex gave me a tour, and then I got to hang out with Adam and Alex for a little while. And Adam had a really good point. He was talking about, I feel like maybe we need to know the why a little bit more about why we are doing this. And so I want to talk to you about why the missions work, what drives their construction, what I try to put into every mission, and the reason why they are the way they are. So there's a book, it's a thick book, called Human Bonding, The Science of Affectional Ties. A lot of research went into it, and I'm going to give you the super, super short version. There are 4 core ways that humans bond with each other. Now, there's some differences. These aren't 100% universal across every community and tribe worldwide, but these are the 4 most dominant ways in which humans form bonds with each other. And I'm going to talk about them a little bit, but when I first started doing Mission Monday, it had the impetus of to get staff to intentionally engage with students to build positive, productive relationships. And as it evolved, yes, that's still 100% super important, but what I realized is I wasn't just talking about staff bonding with students. I was talking about school stakeholders bonding with school stakeholders, and I split those into 4 categories: student, staff, parents, volunteers. Those are our 4 key community stakeholders that I want my students, my staff, my parents, and my volunteers that contribute in some way to the school, which, by the way, if you show up at a game to cheer, I say you're volunteering. So almost everybody's a volunteer in my book. How do I get those people to engage with each other? More importantly, it evolved further, and I realized I'm not talking about staff bonding with students. I'm not talking about school community stakeholders bonding with school community stakeholders. I'm talking about humans bonding with humans, because someday we want our kiddos to grow up and be contributing members to our school community, but some of them are going to move away. I want them to be contributing members to a global community that is bringing good things about for everyone. So yeah, it started, I want staff to intentionally engage and interact with students, and it has evolved to I want people to engage with people, humans to engage with humans. And like I said before, 4 key ways that they do that. So I call them the 4 T's. And again, this is in that book, Human Bonding, The Science of Affectional Ties. 4 T's. Teeth, 2 eyes, touch, time. So teeth, what do I mean? Smiles. Humans bond, research-based. This isn't foo-foo fluff stuff. Research-based. One of the ways that humans form strong bonds between each other is spending time smiling at each other, giving and receiving smiles. Number 2, 2 eyes. Humans bond through eye contact. By making sure we are engaged in eye contact with the people we are engaging with the people that we are interacting with, that is a way that we form bonds. Number 3, touch. engaging in physical contact, and I'm going to call you off right now to make it super easy. I'm talking about high fives and handshakes and those kinds of things. Because by the way, you ever met an adult that doesn't know how to shake hands? Wouldn't it be great if we taught that early and we get a good solid handshake? How many jobs have been won and lost interview-wise off of that handshake? Engage in that level of touch right now. And last one is time, meaning that we are spending time together beyond the conventional obligatory sense. What ways are we generating an interaction where we spend time together that we would not have spent unless we were obligated to do so? So 4 T's, again, we got 2 eyes, we got touch, we got teeth, we got time. So eye contact, smiles, physical contact, and just spending time together. Every mission I create incorporates one, if not all 4 of those. In every one of those, you are going to have the opportunity to engage in eye contact with whatever stakeholder or human you're talking to. Number 2, you are going to have, hopefully, when you have these conversations, have occasion to smile because you are going to be brought joy, or you're going to deliver joy in these interactions that you were talking about. You can always incorporate some touch with that. When you're all done with the interaction, throw a high five out there. Give them a pound. Give them a handshake. And lastly, intrinsically in almost every mission is time. You're taking 2 minutes that you would not have taken otherwise in order to engage with this person who is an important member of this school community. So that's the why behind why the missions work and why they're constructed the way they do. One last thing I want to say, and this is talking way longer than I normally do on a video, I apologize. I just heard somebody use this definition very recently because I have been talking for years about school culture and school climate without explicitly defining what that is for myself. To me, it was just self-evident. You know, I know culture and climate when I see it. And recently somebody, and I think maybe I'd heard it years ago and the filter didn't catch it, but recently I heard somebody say, culture are the things that we do, climate is how those things make people feel. So in our school culture, when we engage in the missions, those are the things we do. Those are the conversations that we have. Those are the bonding interventions that we use to build relationships. Those are the things we do. And I guarantee you, if you do those things proactively, authentically, earnestly, from your heart. And by the way, if that's not your jam, even if you fake it pretty well, you're going to make people feel really good. So again, Alex and Adam, thank you so much for gracing me with the gift of being able to hang at your school for a while. Totally on my next mission I'm going to post, going to have on a St. Paul t-shirt, and I'm going to be proud to wear it because I am proud, honored, humbled by the great things you guys are doing with Mission Monday at St. Paul. Go Wildcats.